you're debating about. Every government comes with programs as it deems fit for development and people welfare. But there are certain programs which become transformational. When computer came in India, there was opposition, but ultimately it led to transforming India, creating more jobs and awakening the people of India. When mobile phone came, it also in its own wake sought to transform the entire country. I'm very happy today we have got nearly 98 crore mobile phones in India, 980 million. The internet penetration has reached almost 300 million, 30 crores. And I have the vision in our government that we have to make it 500 million, 50 crores in the coming 2 to 3 years. Another transformational program was the National Highway Program, which the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government started. I had the privilege to work in his ministry, under the leadership as the Coal Mine Minister of India, as the Law Minister of India, as the Information Broadcasting Minister of India. And yes, as someone pointed out, this whole FM revolution, liberalization was started by me. The Tata Sky was started by me. In the film sector, there must be involvement of corporate India was started by me. And today it is a matter of assurance for me that mafia money has become almost a minuscule in the filmmaking of India. The Goa Film Festival was started by me. This is how we sought to change the entire entertainment landscape of India. When the National Highway Program was being initiated, 6-lane, 4-lane, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Silchar to Surat, Golden Quadrilateral, there was a lot of opposition. कहाँ से जमीन आएगी? कैसे होगा? That if you have a big vision, if you have a commitment, how can you change the country? And today, no one opposes National Highway because National Highway has become integral to growth. Today, no one opposes mobile phone because mobile phone has become integral to life and development. What is Digital India? Digital India is also a transformational program designed to change India, giving it a push for the new millennium and the new hope. I always say Digital India is designed to bring the digital divide between digital haves and digital have-nots. I'm not talking of literacy. I'm talking of digital haves and digital have-nots. Digital India, ladies and gentlemen, has basically 3 components. The first and foremost, erecting a digital infrastructure as a utility for the citizens of India. They're the first. The second, digital delivery of services. And the third, digital empowerment of the people of India. These are the basic 3 indexes around which Digital India has to rise and has to succeed. As for the first is concerned, we are going to link up 250,000 gram panchayats of India by optical fiber network. It is an ambitious program. We laid down 1 million kilometers of fiber in a span of 30 years. We are going to lay down 7 lakh kilometers in a space of 3 years. We are implementing it. We scaled it up 300%. Earlier it was no fun, now we have made it BharatNet. We thought that states governments need to be involved more. I called a meeting of the IT ministers, I wrote to the chief ministers. I told them a society more connected by broadband has a direct impact on GDP and growth. They realized it. And today I'm happy to tell you, nearly 14 states to 15 states have come on board to become a part of SPV to make this BharatNet program a great success, because states' involvement is important. I'm sure working with the states we will be able to do it more faster. Here I would like to flag certain issues, taking the benefit of the podium of Business World. Various institutions, public and private, need to understand that optical fiber is equally important for them. The right of way must be given on a faster basis. The municipal authorities need to understand that they must not charge arbitrary, whimsical amounts to permit laying down of optical fiber. Ultimately, it is in their interest. They should not make laying an optical fiber as a money spinning spree. I think that is indeed very important, which I thought I must convey. Therefore, right of way I have been writing to all the chief ministers is equally important. The reason as to why I compare it with National Highway, if Vajpayee government was known for National Highway program, Mr. Narendra Modi's government is going to be known and keen to implement the Information Highway program. Therefore, once the Information Highway comes about, it is going to have a cascading effect as far as development is concerned. Now, what is digital delivery of services? In very simple term, from caste certificate to irrigation certificate to Dalit certificate to whole range of other activities must be available at a click of a button. This digital locker, which we have started. Digital locker today is what concept? Young people should keep on moving with all their certificates all over the country. That certificate must be available at a click of a button. That is digital locker. About 1 million people have already registered in that initiative. Take the case of for a poor. A rickshawala in Bihar or Chhattisgarh enjoying the benefit of BPL. Suppose he shifts to Delhi. Why he needs to be registered again as a BPL? Why can't his BPL certificate be put in a locker at a click of a button? The Delhi administration can certify that he is entitled for the BPL category. That's how you can use technology for inclusive growth. How we are doing our own bit in this, ladies and gentlemen. This e-visa, we decided that we will give you a visa on arrival at a click of a button. The tourism in India has risen by 44%. We launch a portal, Khoya Paya. What is Khoya Paya? In combination with the Ministry of Social Justice and Women Development. The child of an affluent family who is kidnapped or lost is traced. But the child of a poor person or a poor family is lost out. How could we bridge technology in that? Now, what is Khoya Paya? It is an app available on a mobile. An FIR is there. The photograph of that kidnapped or lost child, he or she, is there on your mobile. Suppose loitering in the streets of Delhi or Mumbai, you see him or her, you can immediately send a message to that section, I found that child here. You help it locating her or him. This is how technology can bridge. I come from the state of Bihar. A lot of Bihari people have to come to Delhi for treatment in AIMS, including from Eastern UP. You come for registration first. Then you await the date when the OPD will be open for you. How can technology be leveraged to bridge this gap? Then we launched a portal where at a click of a button you can register yourself, you can tell your ailment, and you will be booked. You have to come on this day. This doctor will see you and diagnose. So at least that headache of coming only for registration is lost, is minimized. This is how technology can be used for these purposes. E-Basta, the learning for students. We have got so many scholarships in the country. I asked my IT department to devise a portal whereby all the scholarships available in various departments can be discovered at a click of a button. Technology can make life easy. And all that is a part of Digital India when we talk of digital delivery of services. And obviously, it can be replicated. Many state governments are doing their own bit. We all need to work together. I remember when the Digital India program was launched by the Prime Minister on the 1st of July. On a single day, investment commitments were made of 4,50,000 crores, highest in any of the Government of India functions, including employment potential for about 18 lakh people. We have to replicate it, and I'm very happy to tell you today that in that Digital India week, about 7,000 programs were held in different parts of the country, from the Gram Panchayat level to other level. I had set a benchmark for my people that what is the benchmark of digital inclusion. For me, the benchmark of digital inclusion would be when a Mahadalit woman, digitally trained, is keen to start a common service center. What is a common service center? We have got 1,40,000 common service centers in the country where men or women operate. They do e-booking of railway ticket. They do banking. They give digital literacy and also do other allied services, insurance, etc. In Bihar's Gaya district, 300 Mahadalit women were trained for about 3 months. And I had gone to give them award myself. And it was a great moment for me as to how a click of a mouse transformed them in terms of confidence and interaction. These are happening as to how technology can bridge the divide. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what is my take of a digital India? My take of a digital India, India has got the biggest footprint of smartphones after USA. Google, Facebook have got the biggest presence here. My take of digital India is a mason, a carpenter, a pancharwala, an electrician, and a whole range of other who do their manual work, seeking a better future for themselves through the use of their smartphone. And that is indeed happening. I know for sure. One instance I can share with you of Delhi. One of my lawyer friend told me a very interesting anecdote. He's a good lawyer with a fat size and a big fat foreign car which got punctured on the streets of Delhi. He left it, went to his chamber, went to Google, searched as to how many pancharwalas are in Delhi. 50 numbers came. He asked again as to how many there are around my office. 3 numbers came. He messaged to one, कि मेरी गाड़ी यहाँ फंसी हुई है, पंक्चर हो गया है. He messaged, all right. He comes to his office, pick up his key, takes away the wheel, goes back after half an hour, sends him a WhatsApp कि इसमें 3 कील घुसी हुई है, ये इसकी फ़ोटो है, मैं ठीक करके इसको पहुंचा रहा हूँ. Now, no one taught him, but he realized that for his business proposition, a smartphone is important, connectivity is important. That's how we are seeking to change India, and that is what Digital India is about. Obviously, e-health will be there, e-education will be there, e-entertainment will be there, e-commerce will be there. Yesterday, I had called a meeting of this common service centers in linkage with Apollo Hospital. We are linking 60,000 Gram Panchayats of India, whereby doctors sitting at Apollo will be available for diagnostic, and they will come in the common service centers. Can you believe how India has changed? We have got 90 crore Aadhaar cards in India now. Most of them done by these common service centers. At a click of a button, you can know the identity of the individual, his eye contact, his mobile number, his address, and all firmly secure. Therefore, 98 crore mobile phones, 30 crore internet penetration, 90 crore Aadhaar card, how we are leveraging it. One of the premise of our government for inclusive politics is and governance is banking the unbanked, funding the unfunded, pensioning the unpensioned. Now we initiated a program of Jan Dhan. Those who are not in the bank periphery must be brought. The same banking apparatus opened 17 crore bank accounts in a space of 4 months. And there was no obligation to deposit a single farthing. If you have a mobile phone, fine, otherwise fine. Once the account is open, you are entitled for insurance coverage of 1 lakh rupees and 5,000 rupee card. But the poor people, by depositing 10 rupee, 20 rupees, 100 rupees, contributed 17,000 crore in those 17 crore account. This is how India is changing if you are leveraging technology in a proper manner. Just now we initiated this Jeevan Suraksha Yojana, where at a paltry premium of rupees 12 per year, 1 per month, you can get yourself insured for 2 lakh in case of death or serious disablement, and also general insurance for rupees 2 lakh in the case of ordinary death at the payment of rupees 344 per year. In a short span of few months, we have used 7 crore beneficiary who have got themselves registered. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu was telling me that in the old age pension scheme, he insisted upon Aadhaar as a precondition to receive the payment. He ended up saving nearly 2,000 crore plus, which was going down the drain by fake claimants. Therefore, a digitally connected India is integral to a better India, an India where the benefit reaches the real needy. We have initiated a program of subsidy in gas connection. We are using technology, and you are seeing how the benefit is going directly to the people. Digital India is an umbrella program which ultimately incorporates all these programs and leverages them into a single whole for development. Then digital empowerment, what we mean? By digital empowerment, we mean, ladies and gentlemen, to digitally train people, to make them digitally literate. We have initiated the Disha program, whereby 2-hour, 5-hour, 10-hour program, 40-hour program is available in local languages so that people become digitally literate. And even otherwise, people are becoming digitally literate. For me, the best moment of digital empowerment is when an old lady at the airport who rarely talks on mobile phone knows the worth of her mobile phone, which contains her PIN card, requesting the CISF personnel to allow her in to get her boarding card. No one taught her, but the need told her she can use technology, and that's what is happening. Therefore, this giant transformational program is ultimately going to empower India and Indians. When I talk of e-education, we have opened so many IITs, good, IIMs, good. But do we owe something to the people who are on the margins that they may get the best education also possible? Yesterday I told in the Common Service Center interaction of mine, I see a lot of IIT professors of known IITs like Kanpur, Kharagpur, Mumbai, Chennai are giving digital courses which can be used for learning by people in new areas. Can we use digital technology so that young people are exposed for knowledge, for training. I always see a great aspirational India. You need to give them platform and they will respond. I remember whenever I see this whole scenario of e-commerce, today's transaction is 70,000 crore, likely to cross 1 lakh crore in the near future. Nearly 50 to 55% of the consumer base of e-commerce is from the rural India or semi-urban India. That's how India is changing. Because all want to have a good mobile, a good facility available at a click of a button. And in India, the new concept has started. What is cash on delivery? Indians are a little wary. Pehle saman do, phir paise lo, instead of giving me my prepaid card earlier. That's a new thing happening. Good luck to that. Other thing what we are doing for digital inclusion. I remember after becoming the minister, I went to Bangalore. A lot of people from Bihar and UP met me, requesting me, sir, do something for our areas. This idea was coming to my mind. And ultimately, we came with the idea of rural BPO call center. Ladies and gentlemen, when I see the IT profile of India, the geography is quite skewed. Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada, Bangalore, Mangalore, Mysore. And that's all. Rest are only having computer training centers. I thought this must change. And then we devised this whole policy whereby we have identified 48,000 seats to be distributed to the states as per census population. UP gets 8,000 seats, Bihar gets 4,400 seats, Madhya Pradesh gets 3,500 seats. And the earlier covered area will be excluded. We will give them 1 lakh rupees subsidy per seat. There will be a hand-holding by a good company with a local entrepreneur. 8,000 seats in UP means 80 call centers. 100 seats per call center. 3 shifts, 300. Bihar, 4,400 means 44 call centers. And what is the whole idea? The idea is to have call centers in places like Bhagalpur, Samastipur, Muzaffarpur, Gorakhpur, Sambalpur, Jabalpur, Saharanpur, Aurangabad. That's the whole idea. And there is so much of data available for proper use of these call centers, from Manrega to business proposition to e-commerce to Indra Awas to whatnot, and also telecom services. This is one game changer in terms of digital inclusion which we have done. And it's already expression of interest has been sought for. I'm using the forum of Business World also to share that a lot of entrepreneurs need to join, and a lot of them are quite excited are coming. Digital India will remain incomplete unless it is supplemented with Make in India. When I'm the Minister for Communication, I'm the Minister for IT, I'm the Minister for Post, and I'm also the Minister for Electronics. When I was taking a briefing on electronics, I found a lot of deficit areas. Indians consume electronic goods on an average $100 billion every year, 80 to 100 billion. Most of them are imported. And if the same trend continues, by the year 2020, it will be nearly $400 billion. Now kindly see in this room, this is electronics. The camera is electronics. The light is electronics. The AC is electronics. Your mobile is electronics. Sitting here, how many electronics items we are using? 98 crore mobile, how many are manufactured? Not very much. Then we came with the idea to activize this manufacturing process, zeroing the import part of it. We came with the idea of MSEPs. It was existing from before. We speeded it up. There was an idea of electronic cluster. I'm happy to tell you today that before I became minister, only one electronic cluster has been approved. after our government have come, 21 in total have been approved. What is electronic cluster? In substance, in a defined area, if you invest, you lay your factory, your manufacturing processes. If you invest rupees 100, the government of India will give you rupees 25, apart from other benefits which the state government may give. I went to Germany, I went to South Korea, we invited manufacturers in a big way. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very happy to tell you that as on today, before I came for this function, proposals worth 1,07,000 crore for electronic manufacturing have been received in India, including many proposals for making the smartphones. It takes some time for processing, you know that, the entire MSIPs. And out of the 42 proposals approved till now, 36 was approved by me. And out of about 13,000 crore finally approved, about 10,000 crore was approved by me. Other are in the process, we've done very quickly. But this Make in India, if electronic money, and I want to use the forum of Business World to particularly highlight that the state governments who have become very proactive now needs to become more proactive. Electronic manufacturing is a game changer. Apart from giving revenue, it gives employment. And we can give employment to nearly 3 crore Indians in vast network of electronic manufacturing, from telephone to telecom equipment, to mobile, to cameras, to washing machine, to air conditioner, to what not. Therefore, defense electronics, defense manufacturing is 60% electronics. When the idea came to me, one day I was having a presentation, I asked them a simple term, Hindustan mein stethoscope banta hai ki nahi? I learned to my dismay, even that manufacturing is very poor. X-ray machines, we completely changed that. Now medical electronics have become a part of electronics, which is also entitled for all the benefits available to the conventional electronic manufacturing. So that we have done in a very big way. Therefore, from Make in India to the whole process of digital empowerment, to erection of infrastructure, all those we are doing. But Digital India will go with Make in India, and Make in India will not succeed unless it is accompanied with Skill India. The Prime Minister one day asked a very interesting question. He was asking to members of Parliament, do you know how many services your smartphones can provide, and how many of you use those services or know those services? I think if I ask the question here also, I would find a lot of people may not be aware as to how many services their smartphones can provide. This requires skilling. It is very important. Why should, in a country having nearly 98 crore mobile phone and adding 30 to 40 lakh every month, should not have good mobile repair facilities in the far nook and corner of the country? This is what skilling is about. Therefore, we can change the landscape of India if Make in India is equally supplemented with Skill India. And that's what the whole skill development program is about, which our country is engaged in. Now, if you have to make electronic manufacturing a big success, we have also undertaken a big program that India must provide good human resource in the field of electronic educational achievements. In NIT, we have initiated a lot of programs, special courses for PhD, for others. About 3 facilities have come. One I am going to start after 2 days in NIT Patna, so that good human resource is available for electronic manufacturing explosion, which we are undertaking. We have also approved in the cabinet a proper electronic development fund. What is that? It shall be housed in a particular public financial institution where the Government of India fund, along with an angel fund, shall be available for startups to explore. What is the vision of this government? The vision of this government is that what the Prime Minister launched from the portal of Red Fort on the 15th of August, what is Startup India? Startup India is a formal exhortation by the Prime Minister of India to young people, please stand up, please start up. If you fail, that is the first beginning of a success, and we stand by you. That's the new culture which we have initiated. This is the larger framework of the whole Digital India program, which I thought I must share with you. Yes, there are issues. There are issues of connectivity. There are issues of availability. Once the broadband thing comes about, it will be addressed. But what is important is that the telecom operators presently also need to understand that they have to reinforce their system. They have to optimize their resources. And they need to invest. Obviously, this situation cannot be appreciated that only you keep on acquiring customer after customer and don't give them flawless service. Ultimately, the obligation to give good service rests with the telecom operators and the internet service providers. Whatever the government has to do, the government will do. I have been speaking very boldly on the whole radiation issue, and I would like to flag it here as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the complaint against coal drop and the campaign against radiation tower cannot go hand in hand. I studied the whole matter deeply. There are WHO reports after 30,000 samples over many years. This radiation is not dangerous. There are 6 High Court judgments. You go to have an X-ray, there is radiation. You go for an MRI, there is radiation. Your wife picks up the cooking in the microwave, there is radiation. When your mobile rings up, there will be radiation. You start the TV, there will be radiation. You go to the airport for security checkup, there will be radiation. When I enter the parliament, we have 4 checkups from the gate till we enter. There will be radiation. Radiation is or is not there is not the question. Whether it is dangerous or not is the question. And it is not dangerous at all. And I have been very frank. If anyone can tell me of tangible medical evidence, not motivated, I am willing to look into it. And in India, we have set up the radiation level as 1/10 of the international norms. And we impose heavy penalty of 25 to 50 crore in the event you are found to be flouting that. If there is a campaign by Resident Welfare Association कि टावर उखाड़ दो, तो ऐसे तो नहीं चल सकता ना. We have already formed a new policy where the government building will be allowed for purposes of erection of towers. I have written to all the chief minister, you permit your district and block level offices for the purposes of erections of towers. And whatever further is required to be done will be done in building solutions. But I would like to tell the telecom operators of India in very frank language, the basic obligation to give consumer satisfaction is yours. Why the problem has become critical in the last 3-4 months? That even the Prime Minister had to speak his mind yesterday. I have been doing my bit. Are you not investing properly? Are you saving spectrum for future technology? Why this is happening? And if you could expand it so well in the last 4, 5, 10 years, what is the problem in the last 4 months? Have you overloaded on data? Well, data is important, but voice should not become a casualty. Therefore, I am using the forum of Business World to very gently tell the telecom operators that they need to reinforce their system. They need to make investment. They need to erect towers. They need to install BTSs so that consumer satisfaction is also available. That's indeed very important. And the larger issue I would like to frame here, and I would like to seek an answer, why this whole issue of radiation is a big campaign issue in India. Why not in USA? Why not in Europe? Why not in England? Why not in China? I think towers and BTS is equally important there. Therefore, all these are matters of concern. And we have to collectively find an answer. But ladies and gentlemen, these are hiccups which we shall overcome. But the larger issue is to make India a more digitally empowered economy, a more digitally empowered society for a better India. That's what India expects from us. Thanks a lot. Namaskar.